the midway part of this NFL season. We're heading into week 10. Just finished a crazy week 9. And brothers, I am very excited for this video. We have top 10 players at the midway part of this season. So today, we're pretty much going to do the top 10 at each position. We got quarterbacks, we got your running backs, wide receivers, tight end, and defenses. We're going to, give our insight about best players, maybe talk about some players as the MVP, but we're going to give our top 10 rankings at each position. And when I do these rankings, it is kind of based on who's been playing the best so far this season, and then also just like, what I know that player can do. So for example, Lamar Jackson is somebody that will probably make this top 10 QBs list because he's so good. Has he missed a few games to injury? Yes, he doesn't have the best stats, but he's still a guy. So hopefully you guys follow along and understand. But without further ado, let's start off with the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. Starting off with our quarterbacks, we will go 10 to 1. So the first one that you see will be number 10, and that is going to be Justin Herbert. Absolutely balling this year, throwing 18 touchdowns. But the reason why we have him all the way at number 10 is because he's thrown 8 picks on the year. He's lost some games that he could win. He's been turning the ball over a little too much. Yes, his offensive line is hurt. Yes, there's things that are going on. But, you're the quarterback of the LA Chargers. You got to be balling. So I got him as my top 10. He's definitely on the MVP race. But for right now, we're going to sit Justin Herbert at number 10. In 9th, go ahead and give me Jordan Love. Jordan Love's been playing well this year, man. He just, the reason I can't grade him as high as a lot of people might want me to is because he just makes some goofy plays, bro. Like running around in circles and chucking it up. Like he does that maybe 4 times a season where it's just like, is this the guy that we think he is? Like he's a really good player, man. It's not like he has the greatest weapons in the world throwing to the ball on the outside when it comes to his wide receivers. But he makes plays, bro. He's a very good quarterback. And I think he's having a pretty good season. Next, give me the dude that's been MVP for the entire season in Baker Mayfield. Baker, to start the year, first 5-6 weeks, MVP, absolutely balling, 4 game-winning drives, going crazy. His team is hurt, so I can't blame him too much, but Baker's been balling this year, and it's very impressive with what he has. No Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin, been missing a lot of players. Bucky Irving's been out, so yeah, Baker's been balling, and I think it's valid to have him at the 8th spot. After this, like I said in the intro, bro, give me Lamar Jackson. You see what happens when Lamar plays. We saw what happened last Thursday when Lamar plays. What, he threw 4 touchdowns, almost had perfect passer rating. Bro, he's just so dynamic. Am I saying any of the guys that are ahead of him are better? Because no. In my opinion, fully healthy when it comes down to it. If I want any quarterback in the league, I'm probably taking Lamar. But these are just my rankings for now. And to round out the top 5 of the top 10, so the 10 through 6, give me Jay Hurts, man. Give me Jalen Hurts. Been playing really well. Only throwing 1 interception this year. I think total touchdown, he has the best touchdown to interception ratio in the NFL. I think he's top 5 in passer rating. It's not like he doesn't. Okay, one thing about Jalen Hurts. He's not going to throw for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Not a lot of quarterbacks do that to begin with. They might have a pick. But Jalen Hurts, he's a winner, bro. And I don't care if you guys hate Jalen Hurts, whatever. He's a top 10 quarterback in the league, borderline top 5. He's been balling. A few more. If he has 4 games for the rest of the year, if he reaches, let's say, 3,500 passing yards, 38 passing touchdowns, that'll be a career year for Jalen Hurts after we've been saying he's trash because he throws 1 pick and we think he's the worst quarterback in the league. It's kind of crazy how they grade Jalen Hurts, but I feel like at number 5, at number 6 area is a good spot for him. To start our top 5, give me Sam Darnold. This brother completed 21 of 21 passes on Monday night or Sunday night football against the Commanders. Brother, he's been killing. JSN, the number 1 wide receiver in the league when it comes to yards. And that's because of his quarterback, Sam Darnold's making throws, making plays, man. I got to be honest, bro. The Vikings, shouldn't have let him walk. Because I feel like another year with that team, they could have been pretty good. But I understand you draft a rookie in the first round, quarterback, you got to give him a chance to play. So it makes sense. But Seattle picking up Sam Darnold and believing in him was a great move by them. And at 4, we got to go with the reigning MVP himself, Josh Allen. Josh Allen's having an okay year. Nothing insane, but he's just Josh Allen, bro. He's Josh Allen. He's played every game. You see, if Lamar played every game and they were 6-2 or 5-3, he would be a lot higher, but he's missed games. But Josh Allen, he's just playing well, bro. He's a great football player, and it's just impressive, bro, to see what he does on a daily basis. Next, give me Pat Mahomes. Patty Mahomes has been balling. Not a great game against the Bills this past week, but it's okay. It's Patrick Mahomes. Not everybody has perfect games every single game. He's balling. He's using his legs a lot this year, which has been really impressive on his end because he's making plays with his legs, making plays through the air, and he's doing Patrick Mahomes thing, man. Before the season, a lot of people was like, he's not even top 5 quarterback. I thought everybody was drunk because he's still top 3, if not 2 or 1. But yeah, Patty Mahomes is still a guy. Just because he lost in the Super Bowl doesn't mean he's trash now. With Rashee Rice back, he's still him. Next, at number 2, give me Drake May. Yes, Drake May, welcome to the top 2 quarterbacks in the league right now. I'm going to be honest, bro. You could put some of these other guys on the Patriots, and I don't think they're as good as they are right now with Drake May. I think the Patriots, like without Drake May, they're not a good football team. Their defense has been pretty good this year, pretty decent this year, but without Drake May, they're just not a great football team. And I think Drake May's definitely been a top 5 MVP candidate this year. You know, you got the freaking Patriots at 6-2, 7-2. That's impressive, bro. Brady, we thought they would be trash forever, but Drake May's been balling. And at number 1, I got to go Matthew Stafford. I think 21 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, top 5, top 6 in passing yards. Puka, Devontae. I mean, I wish I could throw to Puka and Devontae. I feel like I'd be top 5 QB too, but Stafford, bro, he is these last 2 games getting a lot of free touchdowns. Like, he threw 5 against the Jags, and he just threw 4 against the Saints. So that's 9 tutties against, 2 pretty bad teams. Or, the Jags aren't bad, but that game they played really bad. So, maybe a bit of a touchdown merchant against bad teams, but it's understandable because I believe, like, Matthew Stafford has been balling, bro, and everybody was saying he's a top 5 quarterback coming into the season. I'm not mad at that take, but here's our top 10 quarterbacks right now. Obviously, there's some guys that you might want to put in here. Your Dak Prescott, your Jared Goffs, and that's fine. Like, arguments for those guys to be in the top 10. This is just my opinion. You can agree with it or not. But yeah, that's our top 10 QBs. The top 10 running backs goes like this. Give me the only person on the Miami Dolphins that is doing anything. Devon Achane at the number 10 spot. Through the air, on the ground, been balling super fast. Is actually coming into his own this year. I feel like, he's literally the face of the offense along with Jalen Waddle. No Tyreek, so he definitely gets more targets. And I think he's been a really good player. Not sure about how his blocking has been, but Devon Achane is really good. Josh Jacobs is next on the list. Josh Jacobs having it's an okay year. Like, I think Josh Jacobs is top 5, 6, 7 talent as a running back position. But I have him in the 9th spot right now. I just feel like some of these other guys have been playing a lot better this year. If you had to ask me some of these guys ahead of him, would I rather have Josh Jacobs or whoever? I'd probably take Josh Jacobs. But next, give me a player that's been absolutely balling this year. Absolutely balling this year. And he's only started like 3 games, man. Give me Rico Dowdle. He's like top 5 in rushing yards, and he's only started 3 games. This brother is on a crazy revenge tour, and it's impressive to see because he literally took Chuba Hubbard's job, and Chuba Hubbard is a good running back. But Rico is just too good not to play. So you got to have him on the field at all times in order to be a good team as the Panthers. They're 5-4. And I would give a lot of credit to Rico Dowdle playing super well and becoming, a dynamic rusher that he's been all season. It's been pretty impressive to watch. You can never count out Derrick Henry, bro. Derrick Henry is still an elite runner of the football. I feel like without having Lamar Jackson makes his game on the Ravens a lot different. But once we see Lamar Jackson come back to the offense, that just makes Derrick Henry a much better runner because you got to worry about Lamar Jackson. So that just has open lanes for Derrick Henry. And yes, he had fumbling problems in the first 3 or 4 games. That's fine. Since he got rid of the sleeves and he's just been going no sleeves, he's been balling, bro. Like, Derrick Henry's still one of the best running backs in the league. Has he dropped a little bit? Yeah, for sure. But I'm still very confident having him on my team. Coming in at number 6, give me James Cook. I feel like James Cook is probably maybe the biggest shocker besides Jonathan Taylor on how well he's been playing this year. James Cook's top 5 in rushing yards, been balling. Every time he runs for over 100 yards, the Bills win. So he's very valuable to that team right now, and he's been playing really well, man. Like, catching the ball, running the ball, the whole thing. He looks like one of the best running backs in the league for sure. Top 5 running backs in the NFL. Not saying this guy has had a top 5 season, whether you like fantasy, whether you're interested in stats, but he's just so good that he belongs in the top 5, and that's Saquon Barkley. Last week against the Giants, he finally got his mojo back. Had a 65-yard run on his first touch, and I feel like that Eagles rush is going to start to get a lot better going forward for the rest of the season. And Saquon's still super dynamic out the backfield, catching the ball, running the ball, the whole nine, man. Once that team can finally figure out how to feed him the ball properly, they'll be fine. Whether it's Jalen Hurts under center, whether it's in the shotgun, wildcat, direct snap, whatever it is, Saquon is still that guy. Next, give me Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs might be the most dynamic running back in the league. Might be when it comes to his breakaway speed, his catching ability, his rushing ability. Like, this dude is absolutely insane. Like, his explosiveness is insane. I'm not sure what happened to him last week against the Vikings. They kind of bottled him up, and Jahmyr Gibbs was not much of a factor in that game. But Jahmyr Gibbs has been balling all season, and, like, once you see his dreads, like, you're gone. I remember I seen a quote. Once you see the back of his jersey, don't even bother because he's gone. He's got insane breakaway speed. Next, give me Bijan Robinson, the #1 fantasy pick all season long. Bijan been playing well. He's also had a few weeks where he's had a couple donuts and hasn't done a whole lot. But that's just the Falcons, bro. It's tough to have Falcons players because they're mad goofy when it comes to trying to make things happen and whatnot. But Bijan, very similar to Gibbs, not as fast, but he's more shifty and he's a stronger running back and he runs better than Gibbs. But yeah, out the backfield, both of those dudes are insane. But if we're talking about out the backfield and who's insane at catching the ball, brother, Christian McCaffrey, I'm pretty sure his longest carry of the season is 16 yards. 16 yards. And he's what, top 5 in rushing? He's top 10 in receiving yards. Receiving. He's going to have 1,000 receiving and rushing yard season. And brother, it seems like every week the Niners lose somebody to keep Christian McCaffrey healthy. So every time they lose somebody, Christian McCaffrey gets all their powers to stay healthy, bro. Because they just lost their first-round pick, Michael Williams. They've lost Bosa. They lost Fred Warner. I mean, Brandon Ayuk hasn't played all. Bro, what the heck is up with Brandon Ayuk and Joe Mixon? What the hell? What is going on? That's another story for another day. But McCaffrey's going to have 1,000 yards rushing and receiving. And at #1, I feel like this was pretty obvious, man. We got to go Jonathan Taylor. Having a career year, looking like that running back we saw, 2-3 years ago. He's been balling. He's got the Colts at 7-2. Tough loss last week, but JT, man, he's putting up like 2 touchdowns a game. Betting his touchdown is like, minus 100 for 2 touchdowns is crazy. But JT's been balling, looks really good. And yeah, this is a top 10 running backs. Some people probably you think are left out. Maybe a Javonte Williams, a Breece Hall. It's really up to you guys' opinion. But right now, this is who I like for my top 10 running backs. I already know a lot of people are not going to agree with this list. This list might be wrong in your opinion, and that's fine. This is just based off what I've been thinking and what I've been seeing this season. At number 10, this might be the first shocker, bro. Give me Michael Pittman Jr., bro. He's wide receiver #1 on arguably the best team in the league, the Colts. And I feel like that deserves top 10 position. He's been making plays. I think he's top 10 in receiving yards. He's been making plays all season, man. Hate it or love it, Michael Pittman has been balling, bro. It's crazy. Next, give me the rookie. Give me the mother-sucking rookie. There's going to be a lot of receivers that are arguably in the top 10 receiving that are not going to make this list. And as I get through this list, you will see. But right now, based off how they've been playing and everything, I just got to take Ibuka, bro. I got to take Ibuka. He's been balling. He's wide receiver #1 on the Bucs, who are a very good team. Due to his, counterparts and Chris Godwin and Mike Evans being hurt, he's been balling. Baker's been feeding him like he's one of the best players in the league. Next, give me the dude that is 3rd in receiving yards, George Pickens. You see, the crazy thing is, George Pickens' counterpart in CeeDee Lamb will not be making this top 10 list. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. I'm sorry. I'm not hating on CeeDee Lamb, bro. I'm not hating on CeeDee Lamb. He's missed a few games this season. Is he a top 5 wide receiver when healthy compared to everybody else? Yes, bro. We don't have to discuss that. You guys don't have to dissect this video as much as I know some of y'all watching right now want to, but just don't do it. George Pickens, balling this year. Absolutely balling. Next, give me my guy. Give me my guy, Devontae Smith. Balling. Balling. Top 10 in receiving. Playing better than his counterpart, A.J. Brown. And if anything I just told you about George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, expect the same thing about Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. The wide receiver 2 has been better this year on both of those teams, and that's fine. That don't mean that they better. They just been having a better season, bro. It don't mean they better. They just having a better season. And to round out the first part of our top 10, give me Drake London. Give me Drake London. 3 touchdowns last week, 6'4", 200 and some pounds. That's an animal. That's an animal at the wide receiver position. And he be saving Penix's butt every time they play because Penix be throwing some bad balls, but he go up there and get them. And I'm impressed what Drake London's been doing this season. Top 5 wide receivers in the NFL. I feel like this is maybe a unanimous top 5. Let me know in the comments. Obviously, any of these top 10s, I want you guys to let me know in the comments your top 10. I'm going to be responding to every single comment that I see. I promise you. Unless it's just like W or Woohoo or J-Rose, like anything that's constructive and that we can talk about, I'll be responding. So make sure you guys get them comments in. Tell me where I went wrong. Tell me where I cooked. Tell me what your top 10 lists are, and I'm gonna talk to y'all in the comments for sure. But starting at number 5, give me Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's the number 5 wide receiver in the league. Safety blanket for Jared Goff and that football team. And yeah, Amon-Ra, like it is. He's arguably top 5, top 10 wide receiver already, and he's been playing like that this season, so he belongs in the top 5. Next, might be a little lower than a lot of people have him, but it's because there's a couple people that are just playing insane this year. Give me Jamar Chase at number 4. This brother has like 50 more targets than the next receiver, bro. It's insane. Joe Flacco is absolutely feeding Jamar Chase. He's having a good year. I think he's top 3 in receiving yards. It's just like, it's like the amount. It's like the quantity and quality. He's just getting a lot of quantity, but like the quality's not as good from some of these other players. And that is for his counterpart and people they always put him up against, Justin Jefferson. I think Jettas has been playing very well and very underrated this season. He's been balling, bro. Like, making plays for J.J. McCarthy and Carson Wentz at quarterback. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. They might as well have me out there throwing the Jettas, bro. It's like to say, no disrespect to J.J. and Carson Wentz, but you know what I mean, bro. It's just tough. I know he's been playing with Jake Browning and Joe Flacco, but we've seen Joe Flacco to be somebody that can throw the heck out the ball. And obviously, we've been watching now. Like, Jamar's had, 20 targets in 2 games, in back-to-back games, which is insane. Absolutely insane. Next, give me the dude that everybody had winning the Triple Crown to start the year, Puka. Puka's been balling. He's back. He went for maybe like 7 for 95 and a tutty last week, and he got injured. He got to stay healthy, bro. Puka can be a freaking GOAT if he doesn't keep getting hurt, bro. Because playing with Matthew Stafford, you're going to get your stats. You see Devontae Adams got 8 tutties this year. You see that. You're going to get your stats if you play with Matthew Stafford, bro. If you're one of the best receivers, we've seen Cooper Kupp in the past. We've seen Puka this year, and we've seen Calvin Johnson, bro. Like, Matthew Stafford is a wide receiver's dream. But the top dog, the number 1 man in the league, we're going with JSN, bro. JSN, bro. JSN has been the best wide receiver in football this year, and I feel like it's extremely valid, bro. Like, I don't know. He's just been balling, bro. He's got more yards. He's on pace to break the record. He's got, I think, 6 out of 8 100-yard receiving games, and he's doing it very easy, bro. He literally broke the Commanders' backup corner's ankles, or the rookie corner's ankles, and had him go out the game, bro. Like, he's sending players into retirement like Puka did with Xavier Woods or whatever the heck his name was, bro. Like, it's crazy right now. But shout out to JSN, Puka, Jets, Jamar, Amon-Ra. All 5 of them been balling this year. Top 10 tight ends. I feel like the tight end position has been really good this year, man. There's been a lot of underrated tight ends performing really well. But to start us off at number 10, give me a Rondé Gadsden II, bro. This brother has come out of nowhere these last 4 weeks, and he looks like one of the best tight ends in the league. Justin Herbert keeps feeding him, and he's going crazy. And I can only respect it because he's been balling, bro. Everybody that got him in fantasy, congratulations. Because I didn't get him, bro. I didn't get him. I tried to get him. I didn't get him in any of my 8 leagues, bro. Like, what the hell? I didn't get him in a single league, brother. But it's okay because Rondé's been absolutely balling, and I'm impressed to see that he's been playing because Justin Herbert and that Chargers team always needed a good tight end, and that's what he's become this year. Next, give me Sam Laporta. I like Sam Laporta this year. He's coming on a lot the last, I think, maybe 3-4 weeks. To start the season was pretty slow, but he's starting to look like the guy who was his rookie year with that offense. And I feel like he's been the number 2 target in the passing game over, like a Jameson Williams, even Gibbs and David Montgomery out the backfield. He's definitely been second behind Amon-Ra. So Sam Laporta, he's been balling, been playing pretty well this year. Next, this dude coming into the season was probably the best tight end in the league. He's been hurt, but the fact that he's just him, he's got to still be in this top 10 list, and that's George Kittle. That's George Kittle if they let me put him there. Kittle, I mean, he hasn't really done a whole lot for me in fantasy, and it's like I could just troll and not put Kittle in here, but Kittle's an extra offensive lineman, best blocking tight end in the league, and he's an incredible player, man. I think once Brock Purdy comes back, if Brock Purdy comes back, we'll see Kittle get a lot more touches, but I feel like Mac Jones just throws to everybody, which I can respect. But yeah, George Kittle's been balling, and yeah, he's still top 10. Next, another guy that's always, one of the GOATs is Travis Kelce. Travis, low-key having a pretty good year, bro. Like, he's having a better year than I thought he would. I think he's probably top 20 in receiving yards in the league. He's playing well, bro. He just randomly be getting open. Always that safety blanket for Patty Mahomes, which is pretty cool to see. But Travis, man, Travis has been balling. And to round out the first half of our top 10, give me Jake Ferguson, man. Give me Jake Ferguson. Honestly, if he didn't fumble last night in that game, he's probably in the top 5. But that fumble threw me off. But 2 weeks ago on National Tight End Day, this brother had 0 catches for 0 touchdowns and 0 yards. So it was a little disappointing, but Jake Ferguson's been balling this year. That's a high-flying offense with the Cowboys with Pickens and CD, even Javonte Williams and Jake Ferguson. And Ferguson's been in there looking like, how Dalton Schultz was looking for them. The tight end position for the Cowboys has always been a big, strong white dude. Remember Jason Witten? So, yeah, Jake Ferguson's been balling. Top 5 NFL tight ends, starting off with my boy, Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Goedert. Goedert's having a career year. He's got like 8 tutties, bro. He's about to break the record for most touchdowns in a season by an Eagles tight end. He's been balling, bro. He's been Jalen Hurts' favorite target, bro. Once he gets 1 touchdown, he's getting another one that same game. He's been our safety blanket, and he's been balling this year, and it's impressive to see that he's been playing really well because, we were thinking about trying to trade for like a Kyle Pitts or get one of those tight ends in the draft. I feel like next draft we probably get a tight end, but Dallas Goedert, Jalen Hurts had to convince him to stay this season, and he stayed, and, he's been balling, and it's really exciting. Next, breaks my heart. I know this dude doesn't play for the Eagles, but he's out for the season, but out of respect, I got to put this brother in our top 5 because Tucker Kraft, man, before the injury that literally just happened, was going absolutely insane. So I hope Packer fans out there, whether you like me or not, can appreciate that I got Tucker Kraft in my top 5 tight ends because this brother's been balling, man. Hopefully next year when he comes back from his injury, he's better than ever. I think he's one of the best tight ends in the league. But, yeah, it's tough to see that his injury happened, and, that's never good for the game. Next up, give me that rookie Tyler Warren, bro. Give me Tyler Warren. He doesn't even, he just looks like a random dude with a lot of hair, bro. But this dude could catch the heck out the ball. He's playing for the best team in the league, arguably in the Indianapolis Colts, and he's tough. He's tough, bro. If you watch Tyler Warren play and you watch his Colts team play, you see that this is a very good football team, and they be making a lot of plays, and it's very impressive to see what they do. I like this team. I like the weapons they have. We got Jonathan Taylor. We got Pittman. Danny Dimes, if he just doesn't become Giants Danny Dimes and just becomes a game manager, he'll be okay. If he tries to do too much like he did against the Steelers, it's going to get bad for them very quick. They did just trade for Sauce Gardner today, which is pretty cool, so shout out to the Colts. But yeah, Tyler Warren definitely belongs in the top 3 this season. And my top 2, give me Brock Bowers, of course, the bald version of Brock Bowers. I kind of did my boy dirty, but shout out to Brock, man. He's still one of the legends. He just went crazy, bro. He had 40 fantasy points this past game. Looking like one of the best tight ends in the league. In my opinion, if I had to pick one tight end in the league to have on my team, I'm picking Brock. There's some good options. You can go Kittle. Could go Laporta, Kraft, Goddard, Warren. But I'm picking Brock. And at 1, we got to stick with Trey McBride, man. Him and Jacoby Brissett have an elite connection right now, and it's pretty impressive to see. But Trey McBride, bro, he's still top dog, man. He's been balling. Brock Bowers been hurt a little bit, so I can't necessarily give him the 1 spot when it comes to this video. But yeah, this rounds off the top 10 tight ends, man. I hope you guys enjoy this list. Put a lot of work into this. But yeah, Trey McBride, number 1 tight end in the league, baby. Last but not least, we got the defenses. And if I'm going to be honest with y'all boys, I know offense, I know ball on the offensive end. But when it comes to defense, defensive rating, yards per game, all that, I don't know. But I have a list of 10 teams who I think have been playing exceptional defense this year. This is not going to be in any order, okay? The top 10 defenses will not be in any order. This is just my top 10. I will say the top 2 will be the top 2, the last 2 that I add. But besides that, cool. First up, we got the Rams. The Rams, they've been playing really well on defense. I feel like they give up like the least amount of points, or top 5 of least amount of points per game. Those young boys, Kobe Turner, what's his name off there, Jared Verse. They got the other dude from Florida State been balling. Quentin Lake's been playing really well this season at the safety position. But some of their other parts haven't been all that great. Next up, we're going to take the Chiefs. I feel like the Chiefs are always pretty good on both sides of the ball, and they've been playing pretty well this year. Aren't, getting blown out or giving up a whole lot of points. The first couple games of the season weren't great, but they'll be back to keep on balling. Next up, give me the Chargers. Love Derwin James. They got Oweh. Khalil Mack is back. They've been balling. That team looks pretty good. And yeah, this team looks pretty good. That's all I can say. Next, give me the Patriots. One of the better teams in the league. They've been balling this year on defense. Milton Williams has been good. They got Carlton Davis and Christian Gonzalez. Not sure how much time they both spent together on the field this season, but they've been playing pretty well as a whole. Not that they've played an insanely good team yet, but as a whole, that team's been good. Next, give me Seattle. We know what to expect from Seattle, bro. Seattle's been playing extremely well. Just locked up the Commanders this past week. Get well soon, Jaden Daniels. Shout out to bro. But yeah, Seattle, they've been playing super well, and it's impressive. Next, give me the Browns. Might be one of the best defenses in the league, to be honest, bro. Their offense is just, me and the homies out there throwing the ball to each other. But this defense is insane. Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, the linebackers, more pass rushers. But it's the Browns at the end of the day. They're going to stink. Packers have also been pretty good on defense. Micah Parsons is good. The secondary's been playing a lot better than I thought. Really excited to see how they play against the Eagles this week, and I think my Eagles should be pretty good. But we'll see. Next, we got the Falcons. Falcons been balling, man. The defense is really good. It's like they're like a better version of the Browns, bro. Like a way better offensive version of the Browns. But their offense still kind of stinks, bro. Like it's every other game for this Falcons team. And then for the final 2 teams with the best defenses in the league, we got to go with the Texans and the Broncos. Both of these teams are insane defensively, and it's been exciting to watch these teams play. And that's why I think these teams are, somewhat good. I know the Texans don't have a great record, but like Bo Nix, in my opinion, hasn't been great this year until the fourth quarter. He has been clutch. Don't get me wrong. Bo Nix has been clutch. But that defense, bro, they're giving up 15 points a game. Something like that. Like, they're locking up, bro. And then the Texans, on the other hand, doing the same thing. These 2 teams just played each other. It was 18-15, bro. You would have thought they all kicked field goals. But yeah, those are my top 10 defenses. Let me know in the comments if you guys think any other, who's the best, who's the worst. I want to see you guys' opinions, and I want to talk about it in the comments by all means. But yeah, this is the mid-season top 10 at every position. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Obviously, like the video, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace out.